Good morning
Good
or afternoon for
afternoon.
you. For you, afternoon.
Oh my God, how are you today?
Good. What's going on with you?
It's been a day. Um, but we plug in through. We plug in through.
Okay, that's all you can
Um,
do.
okay, so today we are talking about Real Housewives of Dallas, season 5, episode 4, Whine Connoisseur.
Yes, yes, yes. This was filler.
Yes. Okay, so it wasn't only me. All right, so
No. Mm-mm.
let's go through a brief summary. It's the day after Carrie's 50th birthday party celebration. So all of the girls are going through how hungover they are. Then we see Tiffany at home playing doctor with her girls. Then Carrie has a pretty serious talk with her daughter Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we see Deandra being a flake, taking all of her vitamins. Ugh. Um, see Brandy doing affirmations in the mirror. Then Deandra and Stephanie decide to plan a trip for Brandy's birthday. She's the next one. Um, Stephanie gets a new office. Um, Deandra delivers a letter. Stephanie and her mom decorate the offices. Cam talks to her hubby on FaceTime about the sale of the house. Um, then we see it's the day for Brandy's birthday. Um, and they're off to the Grapevine Vineyards. I think that's what it's called, right?
That's what I recall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's dig in wherever you wanna start.
I mean, there's really not much to dig into this episode, if I'm being completely honest.
Well, do
I
you
was
want
like,
to talk about Carrie and that conversation that she had with her daughter? Because I think that was probably
that
the
was the
most
biggest.
serious thing.
That's the most serious thing of the whole
Yeah.
episode. Like, if they had just showed more of that, I would have been more happy with the episode. But
Hmm.
everything else is kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that her daughter was able to come to her and she felt comfortable enough to come to her because not
Yeah.
many people do.
Hmm.
So I like the fact that she did that. They were able to talk through it. She's able to like work her way through it with her mom. And Carrie just seemed to be very. It's like she was shocked, but she was like she took it well. She took it to. She didn't get all like, oh my god, blah blah blah. She just took it more as like, okay, talk to me, like let's work through this. Because
Yeah.
I think if she had kind of overreacted, um, to use a phrase, I think it would have given her daughter more anxiety, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Like she admits that she didn't know that she
Hmm.
was going through all of this. But it seems like when she got like that text saying, Mom, I need to speak to somebody or else I'm going to do something to myself. Like Carrie was terrified, but it also was a call to action for her because this is her child and she made herself open and available to her. And
Hmm.
even Olivia admitted, she was like, just hearing my mom's voice calms, you wouldn't think it that her voice would calm me down, but it does. Like her mom has become her anchor when she's swirling out of control. And it seems like with a lot of help, not just from Carrie and the family, but I have a feeling like she had some professional help.
Hmm.
She has managed to control it for the most part and know when to reach out when she can't. And I thought it was very grown up and mature for a 20-year-old. And like you said, if Carrie had freaked out, um, I don't think Olivia, her personality would have taken it well because she seems kind of chill.
Hmm.
And that's really funny because Carrie's like a very outspoken individual, but in this case, she knew to tone it down and just focus on her kid, which is very admirable. This was a really nice scene for me.
Yeah, she. I think they both did so well. I was very happy for both
Mhm.
of them because um, her daughter was just very forthcoming. Carrie didn't talk much, if you notice. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
she
normally
allowed her
she.
daughter.
Mhm.
Yay.
Carrie,
Hmm.
Carrie likes to talk and drink. So I mean, the fact that she was able to understand, like, okay, my daughter just needs me to listen to her.
Yeah.
I think was truly helpful for her daughter. So I was happy with
Mhm.
that.
And reinforcing that she is always there for her, no matter what. Just reinforcing that, she could call her at any time. I think that's really important for a child who is struggling with mental health issues.
Oh, I
Really.
totally agree because
Mhm.
you just need to know, like, at least I have somebody to talk to,
Mhm.
not just
Mhm.
you know. So I mean, like, when you're in that space, I think you can feel like I've got nowhere to turn. Like, where do I go? And then, like, and to have someone just to know you have that safety is like, okay, I feel better now.
And this was the daughter that they discovered it right before she went to school? Went away to school, I think she
I,
was the one in
I,
LA?
and she's the one in LA, but for some reason I thought it was while she's at school. I don't know why. Or
But you
shortly
know
after.
what? Even at school, like, that is then super, super important because you're at school with a bunch of strangers and friends who are not real, real friends,
Right.
and that was so important to know that she could call her mom at any time, and she's in a whole 'nother state. So yeah, kudos for Carrie. I like seeing her as a mom more than as like one of these lady friends. Um,
Right.
yeah, she's not that likable as one of the lady friends, but as a mom, she's very likable and very relatable.
Agreed.
Um, okay, do you want to talk about Deandra finally delivering the letter to her estranged family?
Yeah, I think that was good for her. I think she made herself do it. And I was like, I hope she does it. I hope she doesn't like get nervous and back out. I'm glad she did. She needed to.
Yeah. The husband was a hot mess when he came home and was pretending to be her rolling on the floor.
I was like, oh my goodness. But
I
he's so good for her though.
Yeah, I like their dynamic. It's kind of cool, because she seems to be a little, neurotic and takes everything a little bit too seriously and at times doesn't have self-confidence, but he seems to hold her down, super well. Um, what else? Okay, so they planned this birthday party for Brandy. And it's Deandra who's heading it up. Mm. I don't understand the head on the stick, Captain Brandy. Maybe I missed
Yeah,
something. I didn't understand that. It reminded me of when, like, in war they decapitate a head and they hold it as a trophy. Like
right.
I didn't get that.
Like, yeah, I got if you miss something, I miss something too. I'll put it that way.
Okay. All right.
I was like,
Um
huh?
And it was the mascot of the event, and everybody hated it. Cam thought it was annoying. Um, Carrie punched it in the face when she first saw it. I was She should have left that at home.
Right.
Gauge the room. Um, I did not like Carrie in any of these scenes with regards to getting on the bus, at the winery. Carrie said in a previous episode that she considers herself a really good friend. A really good friend, if she has an issue with one of her friends, she pulls them to the side and she goes, "Dude, when we were doing the road shows, you didn't make any room for my stuff in the hotel room. You hogged up all of the event space. You this, you that, the other, the third. How can we fix this moving forward?"
Exactly.
But she's not addressing those issues with Deandra. She's telling them to us in the confessionals, and then she's just poking at Deandra, and I think it's a little childish and
A little.
unwarranted. I'm trying to be nice.
A little childish.
Yeah.
No one has time for that. I'm sorry, no one has time for that. Like,
But her attacks on Deandra are getting more and more vicious with each
right,
episode. Like, and over petty nonsense like warm white wine, no buckets, no ice, warm tequila, you're a lousy host, you didn't tell the lady at the winery that Jen doesn't drink. Oh my god. Don't you realize that you're ruining somebody else's event?
exactly.
Would you have wanted this to happen when somebody threw you a 50th at your 50th birthday party? Like, come on now, be fair.
I mean, quit being stupid. That's just my whole thing. You're just being dumb, and you're just the one. You're just complaining to want to complain. No, I'm not, and I'm not even sure why you're complaining. To be honest,
Yes, yes.
I don't understand why the complaining is happening in the first place. So I'm completely confused.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The funniest part of the show for me was when Stephanie called ahead from the party bus to ask Brandy to bring something for the ladies to pee in, and she brings one of her kids' potties, like training
Training parties. I
potties.
was like, okay, that's gonna work well.
How small are these women? Like,
Right. I was like, how's that gonna work? But okay.
and she wipes it out, God only knows with what, and trots outside with this potty under her arm as if, yeah, it's another day in the neighborhood. I was just like, what is that for? Like,
Right. I'm
why
like,
did
where's
they
it
need
going?
the potty?
Like, where's it going? That was my thing. Where are we gonna put that? Or are you gonna have somebody take it outside and use it?
How far away is this damn winery?
Exactly.
Because there was no potty on the Atlanta bus that was going
Mm-mm.
to South Carolina, and that was a 5-hour trip. How small are these women's bladders? And how
Exactly.
comfortable are they to go potty in front of each other? Because there's no private room on that party bus.
That's what I was looking for. I was like, I don't see any privacy. So how's this gonna happen?
Okay, so the second funniest thing to me was when they started doing the pole dancing. Who knew Deandra was so good at hustling on a pole?
Right?
I was like, well, damn, girl. And of course, Brandy did well. Carrie, like at one point, it looked like Brandy's vaginal area was like near her face or something. Like they were on, I don't know. It was weird. And what was Jen doing?
I don't know. I don't think she knew either. Sorry.
Mm,
I think she had no clue either. So we can bypass on this episode we're just gonna bypass her. Like you don't know what you're doing.
okay.
But it's okay. It's okay. We understand.
All right. So that's let's see. Well, we get to the winery. She's still carrying that damn head. Cam is completely annoyed with it. Um, they plan to like take it away once she goes to the restrooms. But before they can do that, Carrie is starting in on Deandra again, and Deandra is starting to fight back instead of ignoring it.
Yeah. And I think you in those situations you have to. There's no you the person's left you no options but to fight back. So I was glad to see it because she was getting on my nerves. Like, you know, look, this woman keep talking me crazy.
Well, she is trying to find like inner peace and, right old wrongs and all of that. So I'm surprised she's held out this long because Carrie's been at her since episode 1.
Yeah, I was completely like Carrie. I was just like not Carrie. I mean, Deandra, just go ahead. It's okay. Focus on you can focus on inner peace tomorrow. It'll still be there.
Does Deandra have the capacity to fight back somebody like Carrie?
I mean, I look at the way she's Mama D's daughter, so she has it in her. She's not one of those people who'll snap. That's just what it is. And people take advantage of that. Because
Okay.
if people think you won't snap on them, they'll pick at you. And once they realize that you will snap on them, they'll leave you
Mhm.
alone.
Okay, makes sense, makes sense. Um, do we wanna touch on Tiffany playing doctor with her daughters? That
I
was
mean,
filler for me.
that was filler. It was just like, okay, it's just what they did was they're like, look, we gotta have Tiffany in here somewhere. So we're gonna throw her in this cute little scene with her kids, and that'll be that. And that's exactly what they did.
Okay, but I did think it was, heartbreaking when, all she wants is for her daughters to know that what she does as her profession is important, but they said, "Mommy, we want you home." That's the
Yeah.
eternal struggle of the working mom.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think mom should ever feel bad about like working. I mean, you just have to make from my perspective, just make sure the time you spend with them is really quality time, where it's just you
Yeah,
and I think it's okay. And
right.
just I would just like also but I would also not be so melancholy around the children as well.
Mhm.
Because if you're sad when you leave, they know you really don't want to go, and then they'll like, well, why don't you just stay here? And then just add to the mom's guilt. So I think stay away from looking sad around the children will be a huge help to her.
Hmm.
It's just my take on it.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, her job brings her fulfillment, so she shouldn't
Yes.
forget that. She's a multidimensional individual, and what she does is important, and it provides for her children. Yes, I know her husband is super wealthy and all of that, but she's contributing towards that.
Oh, most definitely.
And she's setting a really good example for her kids who are both girls that, you too can grow up and be a doctor. You can do better than me. If she's a tiger mom, she's going to want them to do better than her. That the sky's the limit for young girls nowadays. So I don't know. I thought it
Yeah,
was cute.
yeah. It was filler, but it was cute.
Yeah. Okay. I think we've hit everything. Is there anything that I missed in this
Mm-mm.
episode?
Total filler episode. A nice little. I think this was just the episode to bridge. Like this was like Atlanta. This was the episode to bridge them to the trip, basically.
This is
You
their
know,
their trip.
when they go out, you know how they go out of town. When they go out of town, what it is they always have that filler episode where they're getting ready to go on the trip, and then they're on their way to the trip. This is just that episode to get us to the destination, basically.
I honestly thought this was the episode to lead us into the next argument.
Well, yeah, we always know they argue when they leave town.
Mm.
So that's what that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but this is just a day trip. This isn't an
Sti-
overnighter.
Oh, but still, they
They
always
better be
argue.
going someplace decent. I'm sorry.
When have they not left town and not argued though? They could literally be going to the next town over to the mall, and they're gonna argue.
That's true. That's very true. All right, my friend. This was The Real Housewives of Dallas season 5, episode 4, Whine Connoisseur. This was a quickie. This was a
Yeah,
rapid recap.
well, yeah,
Um,
there wasn't much there. I mean,
yeah.
I feel like when the episode is not much there, there's no reason to try to make it more than what it is. It was a filler episode. We knew it right away, and it's not filler episodes aren't bad because you need something to get you from A to B. Like if we had seen the last episode and then all of a sudden they were at the winery, we're like, well, how'd y'all get there? That's what we want to know. So
Yeah.
these are important episodes. So I don't mind them. It's just when they just drag. It's like, come
I'm kind of worried though. We have a filler episode and it's episode 4.
on. That's no. If you think
Yeah.
about that's about right because there's been 3 episodes that were good. You can't have they're all not going to be good. So
Um,
I expect
Atlanta hasn't been good.
But that's all fillers. That's a whole different
And
story. And different production company, I think. So we gonna let them go on that one.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, if you like the content, if you like this review, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please join us and subscribe and hit that notification bell because we put up new content all the time. And tell your friends, join the crew. Leave your comments below on what you thought of this episode, The Housewives of Dallas, or anything you want to share with us.
Please do.
Yeah, because we go through them and we respond. So let us know your thoughts. And until next time, bye.
Bye.